Problem here for Tyler Farrow for his rear wheel then, getting a rear wheel from a teammate, but it's too late. That's the end of his day. I don't think he'll get back on in this 4.7 kilometers. Cavendish at 1 minute and 12 seconds. Chasing group at 14 seconds behind the four who've gone away. That's... Well, how close can Pataki's team get to these four breakaway riders, Sean? Can they bring them back?
Well, it depends on how many teammates he's got, and as you mentioned, David, you know, who else is going to take up the chase? Is there other teams there with sprinters in? Because with Ferrari gone, well, that, you know, eliminates a team who was really going to push it on. So you know, out front, 14 seconds, not a lot, with you know, just over the 4 kilometers to go. I feel that we should see the bunch able to come back, as we can see the group here, you know, working together. But again, it kicks up a bit here, and it is difficult. You need a good number of riders, a really strong team to, you know, to take control of the situation and keep the pace real high.
The rider then from Androni, it was Vicchioso, the Spaniard. So 3 Spaniards in this little breakaway group, and a Frenchman, Christophe Lemervel, and it's Moreno who's pushing on here. I'm not surprised. Moreno's the climber of these guys. Vicchioso's a good climber too, as is Lemervel. Lastras is just damn strong, frankly. It has been all this year. In the Basque Country, he was very, very strong indeed. It's there's a man coming across by the look of it, trying to get across to this group. It appears to be David Miller, who is shot out of the front of the peloton to try and counter-attack. You see him in no man's land there at the moment. Will he get away and join them? David Miller then, another man from Garmin Cervelo, trying to get across to the breakaway group here. Christophe Lemervel and David Miller would be quite a formidable duo in this group. Lemervel suffering a little bit, I feel. Oh, look at this. This is former Tour de France winner Carlos Sastre here, hanging on for grim death at the back. Pablo Lastras on the front in the lime green helmet of Movistar. With Christophe Lemervel just behind him, Daniel Moreno and Vicchioso, and David Miller is gaining ground. I think they've given up. They can't be bothered, Sean. It looks that way to me.
I think this is a group maybe has lost a little bit of ground here, not the front end of the bunch, and they are certainly, you know, have thrown in the towel. But on the main bunch also, it looked like that, you know, they were not a team who was prepared to take it up. These are a team in there with one riders able to do that, and it all depends also. We haven't seen the front end of the bunch. Where is Pataki at the moment, and you know what sprinters are allowed are still hanging in on the front end of the bunch. So you know, that also makes the decision for a lot of the teams, a lot of the riders, if they really have to push it on here.
More riders trying to get away this time. Colnago CSF got a man trying to up the pace on the front. There's a number of teams just sitting there. David Miller makes the connection. Look, he's going to join the other riders. Miller joins his teammate Lemervel at the front here now. So it's Lemervel and Miller from Garmin Cervelo, Vicchioso from Androni, Moreno from Katusha, and Pablo Lastras is the last rider in this break for Movistar. This is a very, very good move. That's a very strong move by David Miller to get across to this group.
Yes, a real good move, and of course, you know, if he can get a little bit of recovery time here, just get in on the wheel of the rider just at the tail end of that 4-man breakaway, a little bit of recovery time, and you know, we'll see Miller going in the attack again in this final kilometre if he can recover. But he's put in a big effort at a very, very late stage.
Yeah, absolutely. They're within 2 kilometres of the finish, and I'm not sure that anybody's going to track them down. They're got 20 seconds, 25 seconds maybe. It looks like that. That was the corner. We just saw Miller having to duck his leg back in again, his knee back in again, to avoid colliding with the wall there. The question is, this is the front of the peloton. We're looking 18 seconds. That wasn't a bad guess. 18 seconds with 1.3 kilometers to go, you'd normally say no way they can stay out there, but it's a very difficult section, very difficult run in today. This is it, we're coming into the last kilometre now for our 5 breakaway men. Surely whoever wants to give it a go now, if David Miller wants to take a stage victory here under the Flamme Rouge, he has to attack now. Has he got enough here? Lemavelle and Miller urging Lemavelle on, push on, push on, push on, push on, and 2 men trying to come across to them as well. 2 more men. It's Rabobank and Androni again, I think, by the look of it. 2 riders. They're really hunting them down, but I think they've got enough of a gap to stay away. Lemavelle leads them out because Miller's told him to do it. Just get in there and do it. Miller teeing himself up for the sprint. He's got some difficult opposition here. Moreno sitting behind. He's been very, very strong over the early part of the season. He did terrific work for Joaquim Rodriguez earlier in the season in the classics. Now Miller gets to the front. Is he going to drive for the line? He's got to get this last corner right. Vicchioso comes underneath him at the moment. Vicchioso hits the front with Miller in second place. Has Miller got the effort to get there? Vicchioso gets it. Miller gets second. Lastos gets third. It was all about getting the line into the last corner, and it just didn't work for them. Oh, it was Jérôme Pinot from Quick-Step. So it wasn't to be the sprinters' day today. They're all piling in over the line now, but the victory goes to Vicchioso of the Androni squad. Well, I'd like to say what an exciting finish, but, you know, I'm just going to call it a day at that, frankly.